Hello, everybody. Oh my goodness. I just noticed on the intro video that we are Monday Night Live. It's Tuesday, not Monday. But it's okay. That's my fault. Great to be on. I know I'm not normally on this early when we do lives, but tonight I had to just do a little bit early because I've got a meeting tonight. It's been such a crazy week. Last week I was ill, so I do apologise for not being on. But this week we're going to have a busy week. So I kind of just wanted to get on. This is the only night I could get on. And so I just wanted to come on and just share some things. We're not going to go through John tonight. It's more of just kind of just letting you know what's happening at the weekend. You've probably seen the posts, the exciting things that's going to be happening. So yeah, please do message in the chat. Do tell me where you are, where you're watching from. If you're watching for the first time, welcome. My name's David. I'm one of the pastors at CLC, and I kind of run CLC online. And so we kind of come together normally just to go through a Bible study or just share a word. But tonight I'm just going to encourage you and just get you fired up for what's happened at the weekend. It's going to be an amazing time. So please do use the chat. I'm going to try and stay on for a bit. I've got a meeting at 7 o'clock, so I have to go then. But for the time being, I'm here. So it'd be great to hear from you. Want to know what your thoughts are. If you've got any questions on the conference that we are doing at CLC, any questions at all, if you have any issues, let me know. We've got people on standby as well. I've got online pastors as well that I'll be on. So just be great to hear from you. Just want to say hello to a few people. See Shirley Gibson's in. Good to see you on, Shirley. I know you're coming the weekend. Looking forward to it on Saturday. Sue Brotherson's on. She's one of our online pastors. Yeah, it's going to be a great time. And so I'm not going to share the flyers because you can see them on our Facebook page if you want to go and check them out. But I have got a video that I'm going to share in a bit, just about what's going on, what's happening. So if you've been living under a rock for the last month, then you might not know that we're doing a conference on the weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But it's just a paid conference on the Friday and the Saturday. We're not going to charge for church on Sunday, but it's going to be an amazing time together. But it isn't just a weekend; it's going to be a full-on week event. So we want to kind of just show what's going on with that as well. So Friday and Saturday we have a team, and so you've probably heard me bang on about it a few times, but I've been working with Teresa Dedman, who's from California. She was originally at Bethel in Redding, California, with Bill Johnson and Chris Valentin and then the team there. Her and her husband, Kevin Dedman, were on team at Bethel. Teresa ran the creative arts ministry there for School of Supernatural. She kind of like implemented the creative arts, kind of gave people the shot. So if you've heard of Steph Gretzinger, Teresa gave her her shot and gave her an opportunity and she has just thrived. So there's such a gift in Teresa and Kevin in the way that they lead and they release people. And so I've been working with her for the last 3 years, just understanding creativity. You know me, I'm an artist. I love to paint. I love to do other things. That, if you were at church over Christmas, I did a spoken word. I preached a spoken word. So we're kind of like to do different things. And so I've been working with Teresa, and she's kind of been releasing me. And I've been on her leadership team just to cultivate a culture of creativity, but supernatural in creativity. You've probably seen some of my paintings as we've been doing these lives, where I've had people actually touch the canvases and people being healed from touching the canvas. Nothing to do with the canvas, nothing to do with the paints on myself, but it's partnering with the Holy Spirit. being in the presence of God and seeing what would happen when He is in the room. So it's just so good to be able to partner with the Holy Spirit and see what happens through creativity. Um, God is creative. God, as we hear in Genesis, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. And if God created the heavens and the earth, and we are created in His image, then every single person is creative. Every one of you is creative. Um, if you have an original thought, you are creative. And so this opportunity to be at this conference is for everybody. It's not just for people who can paint. No, we've got innovators. We've got people who want to who are good at structure and strategy and admin and teachers, scientists, dancers, musicians, poets. You name it, everything. This is a conference for everybody. And if you're not creative, you don't feel like you're creative, then there's a block. Um, and we kind of want to be able to give you the opportunity to be released into your purpose as a human being and a child of God, to be released into the destiny, the identity that God has got for you. And that's is going to come through creativity. And so we're going to have people painting. We've got we've got a dancer coming from London. We've got people coming from the States in America. We've got people coming from Europe. So this is a big thing. I think we have about 15, 16 people on team from Create Academy coming, and they're going to come and just release things over people and just see what happens when God turns up in the room. It's going to be exciting. So yeah, I see Sonia's on. Great to see you. Paula's on. Great to see you on. Yeah, let me know if what your thoughts are. If you've got any questions on the conference, we kind of want to be able to answer as many as possible. We want you to be able to book in. I have put a link into the description of this live right now where you can book in. There are still tickets available. The Friday night and all day Saturday. So Friday night is an introduction night. There'll be a time of worship, and the creativity will be happening as that's happening. It's not just going to be as the church service. It's not that. It's literally going to come into a room and just see what the Holy Spirit does. And Teresa is very free, very open to what God is wanting to do, and so it's not a structured event. It's going to be a time where we're going to just be released, be activated, be equipped, and then be sent out. It's going to be amazing. So Friday night is basically that. We're going to be equipped. We're going to have some teaching. We're going to have lots of worship. We're going to be creative, and then the Saturday, it's a full-on event, right? It's going to be amazing. So we got in the morning, we've got a time where we come together, and Teresa's going to just kind of recap what happened the night before. But then we're going to be going into workshops. There are workshops available. So Teresa's team will have a workshop each, and Teresa will also be teaching in these workshops where you can learn certain things that you want to learn. So there's 4 workshops that's going on. If you look online, there's 7. But what we're trying to do is we want to find out what the most popular subject is, and out of the 2, Teresa is going to speak on to in the conference, and then 2 of them are going to be linked together, and then there's going to be 4 in total to choose from, and you can pick that on the day. You don't have to, if you pick something online when you register, you don't have to stick with that. You can go into one that if you want to change your mind. Then there's outreach. We're going to go out and do some treasure hunting. If you do know what treasure hunting, you need to get Kevin Dedman's book, The Ultimate Treasure Hunt. Absolutely amazing book, where we kind of come together in the building here. We prepare ourselves. We can kind of like take out some pictures, we draw, or we write a list, and we go and find them people. And I want to share a little testimony of how that works. So I was in California in May, and I went to meet Teresa for the first time. Just kind of just catch something, really, get an impartation of something. And as I was there, and we were at this retreat that she was doing at her home, she said we were going to Laguna Beach, and we're going to Huntington Beach, and to do some outreach. And beforehand, we were to create something, and then to go find these people. And I'm like, this is nuts. I've done it once before, or a couple of times before, but this was a whole new level. You know, it was always lists. But this one was like I had to paint a picture or create a picture. Um, and so I painted a sunburst guitar. Literally, that was it. Just a guitar. And I went to the beach and we're setting up. And as we were setting up the tables and the easels and stuff, because I did some live painting at the beach, I could hear this person playing the guitar. And I turned around and absolutely just my jaw just dropped. I mean, you could have literally, I could take the picture and put it next to the guitar that he was playing, and it was the exact same guitar that I painted. I mean, to the T. It's the way the colours were. It was a sunburst guitar. The way the guitar was, the colours, the shape, everything was the same. And I'm like, what the heck? And we hadn't even started. You know what I mean? So I went over to this guy and I'm like, right, I'm not a nutter, but we're a team and we're just going to come out here and bless people today. And I felt like God wanted me to draw this painting of this guitar, and I really feel it's you. Is there anything that I could be praying for you for? And the guy was just blown away. He was so open. He said, yes, definitely. So I ended up praying with him. I went back. I didn't try and convert him. Didn't tell him he had to repent and be baptized or anything like that. We just built a relationship up. Had a bit of a good laugh, chat, and then I went back to setting up, and that was it. That was all I needed to do. I went, and the entire time I was there painting, he was on the opposite side of the pier, and he was watching. And he came up as he was leaving and gave me the biggest hug and said he was so blessed by not only the word, but watching us do what we did. And so that's kind of what we're going to do on the Saturday. We're going to go out and just bless people. It's not going to be hard. It's going to be so easy because these people God's already picked. It's going to be a great time together. And then we're going to, come back and we're going to have debrief of the testimonies that we're going to hear. Have a little break for tea, and then we're going to have a worship and healing service on the night time. Again, there's going to be creativity galore. There's spoken word, there's poems, there's going to be worship, there's going to be artists, there's going to be dancers. And so there's going to be a time for you just to come and be free. It's going to be amazing. So that's the Friday and Saturday, and the ticket for that is £25, which is an absolute bargain. We've compared prices to other events that are going on, Christian events, and this is a bargain. Again, we're not charging for the Sunday, so if you just want to come for the Sunday, that's fine. What I'm going to tell you now, you're missing out on the Friday and Saturday, okay? It's going to be amazing. And I keep on saying it's going to be amazing because I just know I've experienced this myself. I'm not just saying this for the sake of it. I've personally encountered through God, through creativity in so many different ways. And people at CLC have as well, in terms of God speaking to them through art, speaking to them through dance. The monologue that I did at Easter, the spoken word, just the way the worship is on a Sunday, the way that each pastor preaches differently is creative. It's just what we do online is creative. And so we're excited just to be able to share that with you. If you can't make it on a Friday, but can make it on a Saturday, we have one-day tickets available as well. On the Friday, it's £10 a ticket, and on the Saturday, it's £15 a ticket. But there is £25 for the weekend. So I recommend just getting in there. Before I share the video, I want to just let you know also what's going on during the week. So Tuesday, Valentine's Day, we are taking over the World of Glass. We are going out there doing an outreach. I'm blown away that they've actually allowed us to be in there. It's going to be amazing. I've met with the CEO of the World of Glass, chatted to them about what we want to do. We're not going in there to proselytize or preach the gospel or bash people with the Bible. We're just going to go in there and love people. That's everything. That's literally all we want to do. And if people ask questions, then we will tell them why we are there. But our main focus is just to love on people. And we have got creativity going on. We've got the art exhibition area that we are putting stuff up. And if you've got anything that you want to put in, like a poem, a short story, artwork, coloring, you name it, anything you can think of that you can put up in an art exhibition, we want it, right? Even if it's a print, right? If you've got an original work and you don't really want to give away that, because that's what we're going to do. We're going to give away everything. We're not good. It's an art exhibition where it's free, and we're going to give away all the artwork, every bit of creativity. We're also going to have little stations around, so we're going to have people dancing. We're going to have people worship. We're gonna have people painting live. We're gonna have a spoken word artist just declaring things over people. Again, we're not allowed to preach the gospel, but we can do it in a way where it's still honoring to what they've asked us to do, because they don't want to be associated with one faith, which is fair and understandable. But we're still not going to water down the gospel, are we? We're going to be honoring and we're going to be loving. So that's going to be an amazing time. So if you are around, you are invited. I want you to come down. I want you to go and tell people that Tuesday, 10 till 3 at the St Helens World of Glass, you are invited to come down and just be blessed and just encourage people to come down. On the Wednesday, the day after, we have a day where we're going to equip the kids. This is from 1 till 4. So if you've got children and you want them to hear from God, or they want to hear from God and you don't know how to teach them that, we want to do that for you. We want to impart into the kids. We want to encourage them. We want to tell them how good God is, but using the form of creativity. And it's not a babysitting service. We want the parents to come with. So we want to show you how, as a parent, you can minister to your kids, how you can impact your kids, how you can create a culture of hearing from God in your family. And so that's what we want to release as well. So you are invited. If you are a kids leader, you are invited. If you are a parent and you've got kids, you are invited. So again, come down for that. You can book in online for that as well. Let me see if there's any comments or questions. No comments and questions. That means everybody's very excited and they're all coming. Oh, sorry, I've just seen a message from Paula. I used to be creative when I worked at school, but it's been dormant for a while. Now I haven't had a chance to explore or to see it, to see if I have any creativity. I'm so excited. Paula, you are creative. I'm just declaring that right now. And it might be dormant, but my goodness, there's going to be a fire starting this weekend, and you're going to go, you're just going to thrive. Yeah, I just see this like, what do they call them? Oh, it's just, oh, it'll come to me. But out of the ashes, out of the fire, out of the ashes, comes this bird, and I just feel like it's going to be you. You're just going to shed what used to be, and you're gonna thrive. And out of the ashes, you will become something so beautiful and so creative that it's going to impact not only you but people around you. It's going to be amazing. Phoenix, thank you, Shirley. Good job. I've got people on that know what I'm talking about. Phoenix, you are a phoenix. That's what I saw when I saw you, when I read that. That was just the image I got. A phoenix coming out of the fire, out of the ashes, and it's new life. You're going to be imparted, and you're going to be a leader of creativity. I just feel it. There's so many people here it's going to find out that they were creative, and in writing stories. I tell you a little quick thing. I've always wanted to write. I've always wanted to do. When I was at Bible college, I do have a book in my head that I want to write. I've not got to that point yet, but I've always wanted to create a book. But because I have dyslexia, I've always thought that was an hindrance. I always thought that I couldn't write. I'm not great with grammar. I'm not great with words. And I thought, no, I literally just about got through my degree. I'm not gonna lie. If it wasn't for my wife, I don't think I would have passed. Uh, and so I kind of put that lie into my life. I'm not able or capable. But I actually started to realize that actually my dyslexia is a gift. You know, my ADHD is a gift. God has planted these into me because, well, He's not planted them into me, but He's using them to 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 be who I am. If I have a creative mind and I use that, so it's not a hindrance, it's a gift. And so God's used my family and me to create a book. And you may be aware that we created a kids book over the summer. I never thought that would be possible. And we received an email just the other day to say that our book is in a school in Africa. How amazing is that? And we're getting people from America, Hawaii, all over the world saying that they've got our book. And I'm like, how the heck? And I thought I wasn't capable. But that just shows that there's people that's going to come to the conference. You are going to come to this conference, and you're gonna realize that you can paint. I think it was 4 years ago I picked up a paintbrush for the first time and realized I could paint. I knew I was creative. I've always drawn as a kid, but I didn't know I was creative in the terms of anything else. I didn't realize that cooking. I was a chef at one point, and I didn't realize chef is creative. Do you know there's such thing as prophetic food? People praying over food. So as people eat the food, they're healed by just eating the food. How amazing that? How crazy is that? And we've put limitations on God to think, no, that's not possible. Actually, wait a minute. If a dude says let there be light, and then suddenly we have creativity of the world, surely someone created a tasty cheeky chicken sandwich, right, and someone being healed from it is a possibility. So we don't put limitations on creativity, and don't put limitations on yourself, and be expecting this weekend because it's going to be amazing. Um, yeah, Sue Brotherstone, everyone has a story within them. Start that book, David Pennington. Sue, I know you've got a book inside you as well. You're a writer. I can see a book, and we want to encourage people to do that. Write their own books. I did it on KDP. Really, really simple. And we're looking. I'm hoping to kind of help people create books if that's what we want to do, just to get out there. Delia, great to see you, Delia. Delia's coming, great. Oh, I'm really glad you and I think Andrew's coming as well, isn't he? I've been looking for. I think, guys, you are gonna love this. I remember. I don't know if you don't mind me sharing, Delia. I know you won't. So I remember meeting Delia for the first time and talking to her about prophetic art. I don't think, if I recall, she didn't know what prophetic art was. And to be fair, I'd only found out recently, this was like 4 years ago, what prophetic art was myself. And I remember speaking to Delia, and she was like, well, what is prophetic art? And I said, well, it's like, and then as I said that, I get this image in my head. I know, I'm not going to show it because it's a personal image, but I had this image in my head, and as I shared it, I could see Delia's eyes opening up, and it like proper impacted her. And then I went and painted it. So that's how it works for me. I will get a download of an image, and then he asked me to paint it, and I paint it. And that's kind of what happens. But that can work for you for poems, for stories, for novels, and it doesn't have to be Christian. Half my paintings ain't Christian. It's not like religious. We just want to love people and bring people truth. Through what we do, we'll set people free. What we create can set people free. Like I just said, you can make a cheeky chicken sandwich and someone be impacted by the Holy Spirit through eating a blinking sandwich. It's possible because God is possible. Anything's possible with God. So I could, Andrew's on. Great to see you, Andrew. I could bang on all night, but I have got a meeting to go to at some point. Do let me know if you've got any questions about the weekend. I want to try and answer them as much as possible. I would really appreciate it if you could share as well, either share this video or share the post that CLC are putting out for the conference, because we wanna honor Teresa and the team, and get as many people here as possible, because we want to equip people and send them out. We want them to go home to their churches or to their houses or to their workplaces or the marketplace and go out and recreate what we're doing. This isn't just a lovely little conference where you can come and get fat and then go home. No, no. This is an equipping conference. So this is based on, if you're a regular person who attends CLC or watches online, we do have every quarter a prophetic equipping Saturday. So this is part of that. We are equipping people to hear from God, to then go out and blink and do it. And so that's what your job is. You're going to come here, and it's not just going to come here to just get your ears tickled. You come here to get equipped, so we go out and do it. And so if we can do it through creativity, then it's a lot easier. I'm not, believe it or not, I'm not extroverted. I'm an introvert. I don't really like talking to people. I don't like getting up on stage. I don't like the attention. I don't like, all that drama. And so for me, I find it difficult talking to people. But if I ever and so something like something that we can relate to with someone, oh man, I could chat their ears off. So that's half the time especially when I was in Birmingham, living there for a year. I used to go to the football, watch the football in the pub. Ah man, just the conversations I've had over a beer with someone, it's just been amazing. And so it's just being real with people and finding something that you click with. And so for me, creativity, I can't help but share my creativity. I remember going to the opticians. I think I've shared this on CLC Online before. I went to the opticians a while ago in Liverpool, and ended up seeing this woman, and she was sorting my eyes out and stuff. And God gave me a word for it, and I bottled it, right? And I thought, oh no, and I missed out the chance. I thought I'd missed out a chance. But then after the eye exam, I went back to her, and I thought, oh, I'm gonna have to do it. And I shared with her, and she started crying. She was really impacted by the word that I gave her, an image, because I had an image on my phone, and that was literally it. And showed the image on one of my paintings to her, and she started crying, and it impacted her. She wasn't a Christian, and again, I didn't tell her she had to become a Christian. I just told her how much God loved her and how He saw her. Again, I'm not going to delve into the personals of what I said, but I told him how much He loved her and how He saw her, and she was impacted by that. She was in tears, and she ended up taking a photo of my phone picture, uh, and she took that away. I don't know what happened. All I had to do was just leave her with that, and it's God that will do the rest of the work. I often say it. We don't have to go out there and convert every Tom, Dick, Harry, Sally, and Barry. Our job is just to love people, to share the word, to encourage people, and to equip people, send them out, make disciples. So yeah. Oh, thanks, Delia. She says, I never forget the moment either, Dave. I think it was the first time you properly spoke. Yeah, it was. And I was blown away by what you said. Love you guys so much. Yeah, we love you guys. So glad you guys are coming. Right, I'm banging on. So I'm just gonna show you a 3-4 minute video, and then again I will answer any questions you have. Okay, just bear with me while I share my screen. Okay.
Hey, I am so excited I get to be with you in St. Helens. Woo! February the 10th or the 12th, whatever you do, you've got to come. Again, check out the registration, but I'm going to help you with workshops. with learning to create with God. And you might be wondering, is this just for people that create art or dance, writing, music? No, it's for anybody who wants to learn how God has wired them to be creative and find their passion and their lane in what God has destined for them to become. Some of you might be business owners, or you might be ministry leaders, or you might have a heart to touch different spheres of influence. All of that we will talk about, we will share that, we'll teach you how to come and bring the love of God in what He created out in the marketplace. This is for everyone to learn about who they are and how they can go to the next level of seeing signs and wonders and love shared with people all around them. So you have to come. I want to see you. I want to equip you. My leadership team is praying for you and what God has. So I can't wait to see you. Sign up now and let's see St. Helens. Let's see your life go to the next level as you just discover who God has created you to be. I'll see you then. Blessings.
Right. Let me stop sharing now. There you go. Welcome back. Yeah, I hope that you got some out of that, just to be equipped. And one thing that's just stuck out to me so much in that was take you to the next level. Who's never satisfied here? Because I am not. I want more and more of what God has for us. The ability to not just hear from God, but to see what He wants us to do, to to transform people's lives, to see the supernatural come, see healing, see breakthroughs. Oh my goodness, I want to see people being healed left, right, and center. There's a great testimony that Teresa told me when I was in California with her, and it was how she got her house. So she was at Bethel in Reading, and they felt like they needed a church plant, so they've moved to Orange County, and so they were trying to get a house, but obviously the house prices in California are absolutely crazy, and so they didn't have they found a house that they knew that they had to have, and they were asking God, right, what do we do? And so God gave them a specific number for the price of the house, and it was under the offer. And so that she puts that offer in. Her and Kevin put the offer in, and the owner of the house in America, they have to bid for the houses. So the owners of the house get to choose who gets the house, basically. And so the owner of the house recognized Teresa and Kevin's name from Bethel, and she must have attended, I don't know, um, and said, "Do you know what? I don't care if it's under offer. I want these guys to have this house. But there's a stipulation that they have to come and pray for my dad and my uncle, who both have stage 4 cancer." And I'm like, to anybody else, that is scary. You can have this house, but you have to come and pray for my family because the stage 4 cancer, it's hospice time kind of thing. And I'm thinking, for anybody else, I think for me, if someone said that to me, I am like, I have great faith. Believe me or not, I believe I have a gift of faith. But mine, I still would have that ounce of doubt. But Therese and Kevin were like, yeah, sure, let's do that. And I was like, what? And so they go and pray for these two people, and they're healed. And I mean, like, completely and utterly healed to the point where the doctors couldn't work it out, couldn't understand what happened. These two people who were about to die reversed and are completely fine. So this is what I'm kind of saying. These guys are living that lifestyle of seeing breakthroughs and healings all the time. This isn't just a one-off thing. They are seeing it on a constant daily basis. And so kind of trees coming here to equip just to see the UK be transformed as well as St Helens. So I think it's going to start with us in St Helens. I really do. I think it's going to be a catalyst in St Helens. We're going to start a fire, and it's going to ripple out of here, and it's going to impact the towns nearby. you got St Helens, you got Wigan, you got Warrington, you got Southport, you got Formby, you got Scarisbrick, Ormskirk. It's going to go out. We're going to impact Billinge, and it's going to go far. So you guys get to be a part of that. And I think what you coming to St Helens, coming to this conference, isn't just like, oh, coming equipped and that's it. No, no. When you go back to where you live, go back to your church or go back home, you start that ripple effect from where you are as well. So just for for an example, Delia and Andrew, I know these guys live in Southport, so they're going to go back to Southport, and they're going to start. They're going to be like like a rock in the ocean, where it's going to start, and it's gonna splash, and it's going to be like ripples in the sea, and it's gonna impact. I really feel like it's like a tsunami. There's a wave coming, and it's because people are going to be in certain situations, it's going to drop, and it's all going to come together. I really felt like that was a prophetic word. I'm just sharing right now. Right, before I go, I got about 5-10 minutes. I just want to just answer any questions. So please just let me know if you've got any questions about the conference. I'm praying for Rainford too. See it, Shirley. Definitely. We are actually. I'm going to be taking the whole Creative Academy team. So the UK team, the Europe team, and the American team all the way over to Rainford on Thursday next week. Not this week. Next week. I'm going to treat him to a good old deli breakfast. And we're going to go and pray around Rainford as well. Yeah, it's going to be an amazing time. So we just want to see breakthrough. We're getting and praying. We're praying around St Helens on this Thursday, and we're going to pray around Rainford next Thursday. But if I could ask anything, if you can't make it, share it with friends. We have got loads of flyers here as well. If you want to come and pick up some flyers and go and post them, do that. Invite friends, invite family, but also pray. We really want prayer at the moment. I'm struggling, and I need prayer. I'll be vulnerable and honest here right now. My back is not been good. Last week I couldn't get out of bed, and so that's why I couldn't get online last week. And I'm really struggling this week to walk. I have a lot of pain in my hips, in my back, in my legs. I do have an MRI tomorrow morning, so I need a miracle, and I'm believing that my miracle is starting. You know, Teresa and Kevin prayed for me the other night and called me hip. I thought he was being trendy, but he laughed at me and was like, no, this is a Bethel term of healing in progress, because I really do feel like I started a healing process on Sunday. I don't want to go into too much detail, but there was something wrong with me on Sunday, and I knew that had been fixed, and I'm just waiting for the rest of the healing to catch up. And so, yeah, I'm just asking if you will pray for me, you'll pray for the conference, you'll pray for the safe journey for all the people involved. We've got people coming from the Netherlands, from Germany, from Amsterdam, which is the Netherlands, from Switzerland. We've got all over America. We've also got the UK, we've got Scotland, we've got London, we've got Leicester, we've got Wales. We were all fully covered. We just needed someone from Ireland. So if you're in Ireland and you're watching this, you need to come over. Then the UK are completely covered. Or if you're Irish, then you can come as well, and you can represent, because we want to represent the UK. I think I'm done. I've not got any questions, which is great. So please do share. We want to get this out, especially the kids one as well. If you know any kids, please promote for Wednesday. If I can get on next week, I will get on next week. It's just going to be a super crazy busy week, because obviously we've got the whole team here all week. And then on the Friday, I go to London 3 days to St Barnabas Church, there to kind of do what we've done in St Helens down there. So it's going to be amazing. Uh, Thank you for being on. I appreciate it. I love it when people are on. Otherwise, I'm talking to myself and I look like a nutter. So I appreciate you being in the chat, messaging in the chat. I love hearing from you. And we will be back soon. I'm sure Simone misses being on. I can see Simone's on as well. We can crack on maybe a week after next. Maybe some testimonies to start off with about the conference, because we know there's going to be healing for the Lord, breakthrough for the Lord. So maybe we'll start with some testimonies, and we'll kind of visit chapter 8, because I had some technical issues the week before, where I was in the middle of walking through chapter 8, and then my stream crashed, and then I couldn't get back on. So we will revisit chapter 8 of John. So if you've missed that out, don't worry. We'll get back to that. But thank you for joining me. Have a blessed night. I gotta get to my meeting before I get, moaned at. I don't get moaned at. But yeah, please do come. If you need to contact us to ask any questions, you don't want to ask any questions online, do message me at Dave P at sthelensclc.com. And I will answer any questions that you may have about the conference. If you cannot pay online because you don't like PayPal, we can sort that out as well. So you can come to the church on the day and pay on the day. We've had a few people say that they don't really want to use PayPal. It was just the cheapest way that we could find and use, so we didn't have to pay too much of the fees. But if that's an issue for you, please don't let it be an issue. You got to come. If you want to pay cash on the day, we will allow that as well. Also, if you don't have the money and you want to come desperately, and I don't mean this just be cheeky, but I mean like if you really, really want to come but can't afford it, we want to support you as well. We have got a number of tickets that CLC have paid for, so we want to give them away. So even if you want to bless someone that you know would really benefit from this, but they're not in a position to buy a ticket because certain situations, then please let us know. Email me. Let me just put that in the chat, actually. There you go. In the chat, my email address should come up now. That is my email. So if you know someone that needs a ticket, let me know. And also, share it. Share. Yeah. Right, guys. Thank you so much for being on. Love you all. Thank you very much. And I will see you at the weekend. Don't forget Phil's Wednesday word tomorrow, which is going to be great. And Friday night, it's going to be off the hook. It's going to be amazing. It's not going to be streamed, just to let you know, just because the politics around that in terms of material and stuff like that. We're not going to stream it, but Sunday will be streamed. Okay, so just to let you know, Sunday will be streamed, and that's going to be a treat because we've got this amazing guy Nathan, who's part of Create Academy, and he's doing a light kind of presentation. It's like he paints with light. It's just the craziest thing, and he uses a single light source, and he uses reflective light to create this beautiful piece of art. It's beautiful to watch. It's like a dance, honestly. So yeah, if you can't come on Friday or Saturday, do tune in or come on Sunday, and again, share, or I'll post our flyers with people, please, and I'll be with you very soon. God bless. Have a great night, and take care.